Good evening. This is CTV News for Thursday, June the 4th. I'm Sonia Shrivastava.
And I'm Byron Scott. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, a Prince George's County jury will decide the fate of a man charged with killing his young son while high on PCB. Today, closing arguments were held. The jury will get the case tomorrow. Denise Douglas has more.
Some expected this case to go to the jury for deliberation after closing arguments wrapped up, but the judge decided to let them go because they did not have a lunch break. 33-year-old Charles Smith looked pretty much emotionless as the jurors and others filed out of the courtroom. During closing arguments, his lawyer argued that yes, he used PCP, but it was out of his system and had no effect on the crash that happened in May 2013. The prosecution, though, says it caused him to lose control as he was driving down Bladensburg Road where he was going fast, changing lanes, ultimately hitting another car, curb, and a wall. During the crash, Smith's 4-year-old son was ejected and killed. His girlfriend's daughter suffered injuries but survived. Smith told authorities during the investigation that he was taking the kids to the circus, turned back to put his son into the car seat and hit something and blacked out. He is charged with vehicular manslaughter, child abuse, among other crimes. It is now and will be up to the jury to determine his fate. Deliberation in this case is expected to start sometime tomorrow. I'm Denise Douglas, CTV News.
And the jury back in the courtroom tomorrow morning. As Denise said, deliberations expected tomorrow.
Well, residents of a quiet Bowie neighborhood are shocked after a murder in their community this morning. It happened in the 13,000 block of 6th Street. A little after 1 a.m., police found 18-year-old Devontae King gunned down in the backyard of the home. They are now looking for 3 men in connection with the shooting. CTV spoke with a minister who was out in the neighborhood this afternoon.
Yes, I'm with my colleagues, other United Methodist ministers, and we're walking in the neighborhood to do a prayer walk and to pray for our neighbors in this community and for God's guidance.
Now, you said you will be holding a meeting tonight. Tell me a little bit about that.
Bowie United Methodist Church at 7 o'clock, we'll be holding a prayer meeting, individual. Just an opportunity for the community to talk about their feelings and how we might find peace with justice.
Now, this was the first homicide of the year for Bowie.
And last Thursday, the Prince George's County Council passed a budget. That $2.95 billion package is now on the county executive's desk. Brashawn Baker has until June 16th to sign or veto the measure, which passed 6-3. It would raise property taxes by 4%, telecommunications taxes by 1%. Now, Baker appeared on News Channel 8 this morning, talked about the budget, but gave no indication as to whether he'd sign the measure.
Well, Pepco prepares for the 2015 hurricane season and encourages customers to do the same. NOAA is predicting a below normal season, but warns that coastal areas could see storms and flooding.
From Tropical Storm Lee that impacted this region several years ago, there were upwards of 10 and 20 inches of rain that occurred in a matter of a couple of days. So flooding from rivers and streams is high impact. Damaging winds is the next threat. You could see wind speeds, tropical storm force greater than 39 miles an hour, and hurricane force greater than 74 miles an hour. Tornadoes are also a threat with any cyclone, as well as storm surge.
It's important for each of us to have battery-operated radio, crank cell phone chargers, emergency alert systems. Again, Ken mentioned websites and other information. I'll mention our own, www.redcross.org. We also are trying to make it very easy for people to know what to do and how to do it and stay informed.
Now, tips to be better prepared include assembling an emergency storm kit, identifying an alternative power location if you have life support equipment, keeping a 3-day supply of non-perishable food and bottled water, and remembering to never use a generator indoors or in an attached garage. Now, the 6-month hurricane season began on June the 1st. For more information on storm preparedness, you can visit pepco.com. And those storms can come pretty quick.
So be ready.
Be ready for that. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Sonia Shrivastava.
And I'm Byron Scott.